Hello, my friends. I have recently been informed that we have not finished watching SocksStudios Essential Viewing.
Yes, that's what I've been hearing everywhere. When is RobertIDK going to finish it? You know, the Socks Essentials, if he doesn't finish it, he's an idiot as far as I'm concerned.
All right, well, personally, I find that very uncalled for. But the people have spoken. I don't know what made me think to do that. Today, we are checking out two of SocksStudios' most viewed, most essential videos that I've wanted to watch for a while. I slept on ice! Needing online friends IRL. I've wanted to watch these for a while, and let's just knock them out. Guys, if you dig this video, subscribe to Socks. If you're excited for this video, boop the like button. You can do it on TV as well. Just press the up arrow, help your brother out, and let's get right into it. You know what time it is. RobertIDK, SocksStudios, 1, 2, 3 theme song.
SocksStudios, just Nick and his bros, and they can't take themselves serious. Put on your socks and let's have a talk, and we'll see who's the weirdest. Meme God Plaza and that way. Don't forget about TBH. Then hop on Discord with your best mates and put on your socks. We're going to space.
Today, I'm gonna tell you guys a story on how I slept on ice.
Ice? On a river?
About 2 years ago, my dad and I decided to go on a trip. We flew to a place called Sweden.
The PewDiePie country.
For all my non-geography mates, it's like right here, all the way up top.
Thank you, Socks. I did not know that.
We didn't actually fly straight there. We had to take a couple flights, and our first stop was in the United Kingdom.
Yeah? Go back.
Sense.
Leave.
Like it?
I was there for maybe a couple hours, and it was the best thing ever.
What?
Really?
Why was it? Why was it? Explain.
As you might know, the drinking age in America is 21, but the drinking age in the United Kingdom is 18.
What a bad influence.
Right to jail.
Really? Really? Is that your biggest flex on that? I mean, let's be honest though. Anyone who just has a 2-hour layover in a country, there's not many things you can do to make it an exceptional experience. To be fair, that's like the one thing that he could do there at that airport that he couldn't do at home. So, I mean, I guess fair.
All right. I see where this is going.
So you know your boy had to go in and order some stuff. The funny part is that I was still scared to drink it in public. You know, I thought the FBI was gonna smash through the door and like take me in. You know,
It's standard business in the UK.
Did they like eat biscuits there or something?
well, that reminds me, since everyone was British, that means laugh was basically everywhere.
They're all laughs.
It's just a bunch of gas masks.
Every single person was drinking tea. Like, no joke. Every single person.
You said 2 hours you were in this country? And everyone was drinking tea in 2 hours. Where were you? Was everyone just drinking tea at the airport? Honestly, let's keep it real. During a flight layover, tea is like the last thing I would want. The pain of being in a layover. For me, tea is just not the vibe. I need like a giant smoothie. A like 500 calorie smoothie that just has so much fruit in it. That's like the only thing that'll keep me going during layovers. I try to never do layovers. I try to always fly directly when I can because, man, the layovers are rough.
Every single person was drinking tea. Like, no joke. Every single person. And their teeth. Don't even get me started
No,
there.
come on.
Dear God.
I'm drinking tea right now.
You know, after the pit stop
Wow.
in United Kingdom, it was time we landed in Sweden. And get this. When we went to Sweden, we had to go even more north. Like, we went to a plane to Sweden, and then we took another plane to go, like, to the very tippity top.
Wow.
When we got there, I don't know if you guys ever flown in, like, a plane, but usually there's this, like, tube that attaches to your plane so
Yes.
you can walk into the airport, right?
Yeah.
Not in this one. As soon as we landed, right?
The stairs.
They just kicked you out of the plane. Like, there was a staircases and you were out in the open.
I've had that. You just stand on the airport like, well, now what?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that is how a big portion of the world gets on planes. Not everyone has the tube. Not everyone has the tube. It's completely based on, like, where you are and how big the plane is. It sounds like that second plane was smaller, and so that's why you'd get on. To me, anytime I've just done the stairs, stairs onto a plane, I feel like I'm a celebrity getting onto like a private jet, you know? Because in the movies, that's the only time I would ever see people like getting directly onto a plane. So there's always this weird feeling for me. I don't know what, like even when I was a kid, I mean, like I've always had the feeling like walking directly onto this plane, not from a tube, makes me feel special in a way that I don't understand.
The thing is that like the airport was like at least a 15-minute walk, and it was in the freezing cold. But we weren't at our destination yet. We had to go even further north. We had to hop onto a bus, and we rode on.
But now where you heading?
All the way north, lad.
All the way.
We're basically going to the North Pole at this point.
Santa Claus.
Well, on the bus, this is the part where I realized I'd never seen so much white in my life.
Well, I can take my shirt off if you'd really like to see that. I thought Socks was from the Yukon or something. Am I crazy? I thought Socks was from like a northern Canadian territory. You'd think he would have seen a lot of white. Am I insane? Did I make this up in my head? Canadian American. Where in Canada? Am I crazy? Where in Canada is Socks from? I don't know. All I know is he's never seen this much white before. I definitely have where I come from.
I'd never seen so much white in my life. Everything was snow. The trees were covered in it. The cars were going through it. It was everywhere. But not a single snowman.
What? No Frosty.
So you're probably asking, where are we going in the first place? Well, it's a place called the Ice Hotel.
Whoa.
Frozen? Disney Frozen? Oh my god. I didn't see you in the movie.
This was no ordinary hotel. The twist was everything in the hotel was made out of ice.
Wait, what?
Even the food.
So what
That's
about your
really
closet?
cool.
Well, I believe that this has to be a lie, right? Not everything can be made out of ice. We got out of the bus.
calling
It was hard
Cap.
to see because there was like, you know, a snowstorm.
He's calling Cap.
I couldn't wait to go inside, have some hot cocoa,
Yeah.
snuggle up, watch TV. I reached for the hotel door.
No,
My
bro.
hands instantly freeze up. The door made out of ice? How is that even possible? I walked inside. The floor, ice. The ceiling,
Ice.
The chandelier.
Can I guess what the chandelier is? Would it, by any chance, would it be, ice?
The chandelier, ice. The check-in desk.
Oh, I got this one. Is it, I thought I had it. Is it ice? Maybe? That's just a guess.
The check-in desk, ice. The actual people.
I think the actual people might be actual people.
The actual people, ice. Even the cup drinks were made out of ice.
But the people? What do you mean?
The cups.
You know
what
what?
if you get a hot drink?
the only thing that wasn't ice were the drinks, as it was alcohol. Because now I'm taking a shot of because I regret this idea.
But what if
Wow.
one day, like, it just all turns hot? You know, like summer just comes out of nowhere for some reason. I don't know, man.
Well, the summer
don't think
there
that's gonna
would be
happen.
like negative 20 Celsius.
what
so-
if it turns into 100 degrees, man?
I don't think
it's
that's gonna
all over,
happen.
out of business.
What if I come
Probably
pulling
not
up
gonna
with
happen.
2 blow hair dryers and I just start shooting?
Where's the outlet?
Energized.
Once we were there, the thing was, you know, we couldn't go to bed right away. It was the morning when we arrived because all the flights happened overnight. So it wasn't like we could go to bed now. So what are we gonna do? Turns out it's a little more than ice than at the Heist Hotel.
What is this, Ox?
Sled dogs.
Whoa!
Dogs that pull sleds.
Isn't there races about
Sweet.
that? Don't people race with those dogs? Did you race?
Oh, turns out in the Arctic climates, it's very popular that people sled with these dogs, like pulling you
Sweet.
along. At first, I was hesitant. I wouldn't want to be on a sled where like the dogs are forced to pull me. But after one look at the dogs, they wanted
all they
to.
wanted.
They wanted to
That's
go
all they
fast.
wanted.
You could see it in their eyes. They saw the Cars movie. All right, they
wanted to
they
go
didn't care.
fast.
They didn't even care about the cold. They loved it, you know? When I got on the sled, I was like, yo, this is pretty cool. But what I realized is that
How
no
do I
one
stop?
around me taught
How
how
do
to
I stop?
control the
How do
dog,
I
you know?
stop?
How do I turn left or right?
Where's the steering wheel?
I was about to ask the lady, you know, for help when she said mush.
Oh,
Mush.
no. Oh,
Mush.
no.
I don't know what these dogs
That's
are
how
on,
you go.
But this ride got like 1,000 horsepower.
1,000 dog power.
1,000?
Lamborghini dogs?
Whoa. They're not even horses.
I was completely shocked on how strong these dogs were. I could barely hold on for my life. I had no idea where we were going. Like, the dogs were just
That's
chasing
so
the other
fun.
sled in front of us. Turns out,
Man, dog sledding. I'm gonna keep it real. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. And yeah, dude, dogs love people. I mean, not every single dog, but dogs for the most part love people. Yes, and you know what else dogs love? Other dogs. Dogs on a sled, I would not be surprised if they love it. If they like absolutely love just running with the homies. I'm sure there are some who like are overworked and they don't, I don't know the culture. I don't know the treatment of these animals. I don't know everything. I'm not trying to assume, but it doesn't surprise me that there are a lot of dogs who love doing that in the right amount.
I had no idea where we were going. Like, the dogs were just chasing the other sled in front of us. Turns out there's a brake feature,
Ooh.
where you can put a spike in the ground and it slows all the dogs down,
Spike in the-
I didn't know that. We were zooming. My dogs wanted to race, all right? Their eyes, they wanted victory. We were passing people left, right, man. We were zooming, okay? All I heard were people screaming left and right in different languages, like telling me to slow down.
Oh my
or something,
gosh.
I
Someone needs to
didn't
get
know
a
how
blue
to slow
shell.
down. What was
Get
the
a blue
acronym
shell.
Unmush? When I said that, they went even
Unmush.
faster.
Why did you even say it?
I don't know. In short, my dogs ended up crashing into the sled in front of me, and then they started fighting with the other dogs in the sled.
Oh
I got
no!
kicked out of dog sledding. And this is all true. Like, I have footage of all of this. They kicked me back into the ice.
Where's the footage? I want to see the footage, Socks. That sounds crazy. I don't know anyone who's dog sledded before. I don't know anyone who's had an experience like that. Please, brother, don't deprive us. I want to see that footy, bro. That sounds incredible. Well, and I mean, unfortunate at the same time. Definitely an unfortunate outcome. But yeah, if no one told you, that's dumb.
They kicked me back into the ice hotel. But it was still daytime, we still had like 6 more hours before night. So, it was time to try something new.
Okay.
Snowmobile.
Vroom, vroom.
Blaza, this is like right up your alley. These are bikes, but in the snow.
Really?
It was the coolest thing ever, We had to prepare for this. Like, you couldn't just wear normal clothes for this. When you're in a snowmobile
Oh, you need
and
snow
you're moving
pants,
like
bro.
50 miles per hour in negative 30 Celsius, you're going to freeze.
Yes.
We had to put on these big jumbo suits on. I thought it would be uncomfortable, but it was like we had a
pretty
giant
jumbo.
walking sleeping bag on.
Pretty
I want
jumbo.
one.
Snow where? So, okay, to any of you guys who are not aware, I'm from Canada. I grew up with snow for like a third of the year. Was it a third of the year? I guess like almost half of the year. Like just under half the year I was in snow. And yeah, I am used to the snow pants, the winter jackets. I don't have any of that here where I live now because it would be completely pointless to have my winter coat here. And I cannot tell you how nice it is to not have to worry about my parents telling me to put on my snow pants and my winter coat when I leave the house because I live in a hot climate. That's the best part. I'll be honest with you. Yes, I miss Canada. Yes, I miss the snow. But the best part about living in California is my parents are never telling me, "Are you leaving the house without a winter coat, young man?" I don't ever have to hear that. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Goodness gracious.
Walking sleeping bag on.
I want one.
And now it was time to go fast. I hopped in my snowmobile, and luckily we had someone explaining how to use it.
Good.
The difference between the snowmobile and the dog is the snowmobile, you have control, but it's way faster.
Oh
Doesn't
no.
attack, like other people.
You would think, right? But I was in control.
Oh no. Sorry.
We were going up downhill, but that's when the corners came in, drifting like Tokyo Drift.
Oh no, terrifying.
The important thing here is that I looked cool for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
I drift that so hard,
Oh,
man.
no.
I didn't even know it was possible to like turn over a snowmobile.
What a sign!
I drifted that thing. I hit that thing to the side. So after getting kicked out of snowmobile class, we have no more activities.
Except for sleeping on ice.
2 things in one day.
We were supposed to spend like a week here, and I already got banned from
A
having
week?
You got banned from snowmobile riding.
A week? I could do the ice hotel for maybe 2 nights. I cannot imagine being there for a week. For a week? Are you kidding me? No. That is a level of outdoors I am not capable of doing, and I have no problem admitting to that.
You got banned from snowmobile riding. The same thing happened to me, but on a jet ski.
It was finally nighttime. I had enough of the cold. I just wanted to snuggle in, warm bed. Literally, our bed was a
ice.
block of ice.
What? You're gonna sleep like a frozen turkey.
It's okay, guys. You know, they gave us a pillow and a blanket.
Oh,
you know,
yes.
we're good then. Yeah, I took off my shirt and I started running down the hallways, you know, chanting Russian chants and stuff,
scary.
you know? It was a good time.
So the floor would have to be snow and not ice, because if you run on ice, you can literally crack your head open. They definitely needed to sign a waiver before they got to this hotel. They definitely needed to sign a waiver that, hey, if I smash my head on this ice, I will not take you to court. That's the only way a hotel like this can happen. But yeah, don't run on ice, people. That is extremely dangerous. Take it from your local Canadian.
I crawled on slowly, but that didn't really help. You know, I don't know if you ever had like direct skin touch with ice. It sends shockwaves all through your body. I laid there, freezing, thinking over my life decisions. It was sort of nice because it was so quiet. Breathing the cold air was sort of
that is good.
refreshing.
That is good.
I froze to death.
That ended quickly.
But 10.
How you
Heroes
know?
never die.
No, I'm joking. All right, they came in the next morning. They dug me out like Captain America, and then that's how I told the story on how I became a superhero.
They really did.
Wow.
They really did sleep on ice.
How much does a hotel like that cost?
$600.
Oh my.
God, I thought you'd pay them in ice cubes.
Oh, man. Okay, I will say that. Breathing in the air, that's nice. Breathing in some cold air. More so when there's more trees. I don't know how many trees were in this area, like how good the oxygen was, but that's what I will say. Every time I go back to Canada, that is the thing I appreciate the most. I am not kidding you, is breathing the air. Because living in Los Angeles, guys, breathing in the air is not fun. Okay? It's just not. I prefer breathing in Canada, okay? If I have to compare Canada and the States in terms of breathing, I would say Canada probably wins. But of course, there are places in the States that have way more trees and the air is wonderful. So I will say that. I'm just going based off of my experience.
I met most of my friends online, and only one of them turned out to be a murderer in real life.
Oh, good.
That's great.
Like most people, due to us being quarantined before, I spent a lot more time online, which meant a lot more playing video games and spending a lot of time on this app called Discord. I usually spend all my time inside anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It makes no difference.
Discord is an online social platform where you can meet, interact, and talk to weird people online. And most of the time, you become friends with those strangers. In order to meet people, you have to join communities of people of similar interests. Your interests can be from liking the same game or even doing Roblox role-playing Discord together. Yes, that is a real Discord.
No way, exactly.
Yes, it is.
Man, I'm so dumb. I've been using Discord wrong for so long. I think ever since I became a YouTuber, I became so walled off from just like meeting new friends online. I don't know what happened. I never spend my time on Discord communities. That is a great way to meet friends. I feel like that's where he met all of these people. I think that's where he's going with this. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go.
Yes, it is. For me, I always wanted to be a YouTuber, so I joined a editing Discord where I can learn how to edit and improve my own videos.
Yeah.
Loser.
But that's how I met you, Blaza, so I don't know. I also joined a dating Discord server, but we're never going to talk about that.
Okay.
This is the part where you call him a loser. This is the part where you call him a loser.
That is way beyond loser.
No! Stop it. He's already dead, Blaza. He's already dead.
Loser.
I met a lot of new people, but the two people I still talk to this day and met in real life were Fat Meme God and Mr. Blaza. Fat Meme God was that kid that your parents told you not to hang out with, so I didn't talk to him much yet. He's gonna be kind of like a background character.
Did you find him in the dating server?
I mostly hanged out with Mr. Blaza because guess what? Me and him were both hired by Cypher PK as editors.
Yeah, we were paid so well, like $50.
Yes, we used to work for this absolute giga chad of a man before he fired us.
Damn,
Whoa.
Wait, actually, that was my first job.
No
We lasted maybe 2
way.
weeks.
Okay. Yo, my respect for Socks just went way up. I didn't know that he used to edit full time. Yo, all right. Socks. You're half Canadian. You used to edit. I respect it. I am full Canadian and I currently edit. So I am a full vampire and he's a half vampire. But that's cool.
We lasted maybe 2 weeks working with him because after that, he fired us, but rightfully. Our editing was bad.
It wasn't that bad for the time, I guess.
Okay, never
was
mind.
bad.
Never mind.
Sounds like an excuse.
That didn't stop me hanging out with Mr. Blaza, so we started talking more and more. The first thing I learned about Mr. Blaza is that he loves anime. I mean, loved it.
It wasn't that
He
bad.
loved it,
It
man.
was.
He wouldn't send a message without 32 emojis of some random anime girl dancing.
Wow.
I thought it was funny.
Okay, bro. Okay. And you were just saying Socks was lame for using the Dayton Discord. I don't know, man. I don't know, Blaza. I think you gotta be careful who you calling lame.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, okay, buddy. That's what they all say.
I also realized that I've been talking to Blaza for weeks, but I didn't know if he was a boy or a girl.
What?
I was hoping he was a girl, so I asked him. I was wrong.
Wow.
Hoping he was going to finally talk to a woman.
With that
What a
out of the
story.
way, we started talking more and more, and he even got me into anime, and I still watch that to this day, which is epic.
Oh yeah, who's laughing now, huh?
And then that turned us from editing for other people, and we actually turned that around to start our own YouTube journey, and we started recording together. We've been massively depressed ever since. But before I talk about the
Oh my
absolute shock of meeting
gosh.
Blaza for the first time, let me bring it back and talk about the other guys. Fat Meme God, TBH Honest, and Juice. Juice was an interesting fellow because he had more subscribers than me when I talked to him. I was a fan of his content.
Whoa.
Oh my god,
that-
what can
honestly,
I
GC?
say? Bow down to me right now.
Wow.
Soccer one, a fanboy, begging to be in Juice's private VC so I could talk to him.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. I have like a few friends who like used to watch my videos before we became friends. That's so interesting. I feel like I need to become a slightly more open person. I think doing YouTube does give me a lot of anxiety in a lot of ways. And so part of how I cope with that is I kind of like keep some walls up and I like don't let people too far into my life, really. And I guess maybe I shouldn't be as opposed to like meeting people who like already know who I am before meeting them. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to protect myself, to be honest.
And I would see him in my Discord and I would just drag him up to my private room and we would talk for hours.
Hey, yo, what are you talking about?
Private room.
Somehow I got into his private VC and I got invited to his Minecraft world and I blew up his base.
Thanks.
Wow.
What a first impression.
We became best friends ever since.
Juicy's still looking for revenge.
On the other hand, I didn't meet TBH Honest until much later. It was when everyone was playing Among Us.
Oh, the good old times.
The dark time.
When I first met him, I thought he was an extreme introvert. He barely said anything at all. And now he won't shut up.
Wow, thanks for that. Thanks for that. That's much appreciated.
So we also became best friends. The last person on the list is Fat Meme God. I also met him in the editing Discord, but how do I put this? He is abnormally stupid. He's the type of guy to turn himself into a jar of peanut butter in Minecraft and get 1 million views.
Whoa.
How about you shove a jar of peanut butter up your...
Well, congratulations.
No, sorry, I'm sick and tired of this abuse, okay? Let me tell you guys the real story of how I met Stinky for one.
No.
Okay.
Someone get him out of here. Security?
This is my video now!
I'm the
Once
security.
upon a-
I'm kicking him out here. Get out. Get out of the door.
I'm gonna let you boys handle this on your own. How did Drake say it?
I'ma let you work it out because I seen enough.
Yeah, I'll let you homies work it out.
Get out of the door. Get out.
So about 4 to 5 years ago, I heard about this secret Discord server going around, okay?
Ooh.
Where a bunch of editors were going to get together and they were going to make Fortnite the movie.
Fortnite the movie?
Wow.
He was the Discord moderator, the person leading this Fortnite movie.
Yeah, I was the Discord moderator.
So yeah, my role in this
Wow.
movie was to make like a cool montage thing, like getting a bunch of kills and stuff.
We were making Fortnite montages back then.
And you know who my partner was?
Who?
Blaza.
Me?
Really?
Yeah, bro, I
don't
hated
remember this.
Blaza back then.
Man, what did I do?
Blaza was the kid in the group presentation who would dress up nice for the presentation, but did like absolutely no work.
I did all the work. What are you talking about?
I've not encountered those people, but that's a brilliant strategy. Dress up for a school presentation so the teacher assumes that you did a lot of the work. That's actually brilliant. That is working smarter, not harder. I'm not actually encouraging anyone to do that. Don't do that, but I'm just saying I've never thought about that. That might have brought my grades up a little bit in school if I had thought of that.
But did like absolutely no work.
I did all the work. What are you talking about?
Our job was to get like clips of killing people with pistols, and Blaza would just be playing some weird anime game.
I don't want to talk about that.
He was playing Osu.
Oh, and I was good at Osu.
So yeah, I pretty much just complained about it to Socks, and he was like, all right, I'll help you get some clips.
I was being the nice Discord moderator there. See, I was helping you out.
Yeah, that's when we just started playing together, started calling every day from that point on. And now look at us, we're best friends.
I hate you.
And I'm still really good at Osu.
Now that you're familiar with everyone, we
so
thought it was a
fun.
great idea for everyone to come over to my place and hang out. Except for Fat Meme God, because he still weirds me out. There are many problems with strangers coming to your house. I don't know what anyone looks like. We never FaceTimed each other.
Wow.
And it's too late now because
Really?
on Saturday morning, I had 3 strangers arriving later that
Really?
night. How do you prepare to meet someone you talk to every day of your life for the past couple years, but you never actually met them?
What? That's crazy. You guys didn't like Snapchat or send pictures. You never FaceTimed once, but they were willing to fly out to see you. That's crazy. I can't imagine that level of pressure. Socks has had such a different life than me. This is the result of me going to university for 4 years. If I didn't go to university for 4 years, my life would have been my internet friends. I had so many internet friends in high school, but then I kind of lost most of them because I got too many real friends in university. Wow. Oh man, I'm just thinking, I don't know. This is just really interesting to me. I did not know this video was going to be so like Socks backstory full, you know? That's really fun.
It's scary. I started imagining how people would look like, starting with Blaza.
Wow.
I feel like with his voice, he would be like this short, scrawny man, while Juice was some sort of English butler. I thought TBH would be like a supermodel. He's got a good voice.
Damn, okay. I don't know if I should be offended or
Wow.
be happy about that.
The first person to arrive was TBH, but instead of him coming over to my place, I decided to pick him up because that is the gentleman I am.
Yeah, so
That's
sweetie.
fun.
I am also not very practical because at this time I was driving a 2-seater sports car and I thought I was gonna have enough room to fit all this luggage.
Wow.
And if you don't see what I'm doing here, I'm foreshadowing. As I was driving in the pickup lane, I called TBH on Discord because I still had no idea what he looked like.
Oh,
Somehow in the
man.
crowd of people, I managed to figure out who he was because of his mouth movements. Am I weird
What?
that I was able to do that? Luckily, he was
What?
not a 60-year-old man and actually a handsome fellow. And for some reason, it was not awkward at all. Like, I got out, we did a little handshake, a little bit of a dance, and got in the car.
That's
forget to
fun.
smooch it.
Just a handshake though, no hugs, you know?
Handshake? You got me a handshake?
A friendly handshake.
I always hug the homies if I haven't seen them in a long time. The airport was made for hugs between homies and family members. Genuinely, I'm actually making an observation right now. I honestly think the airport is probably the place with the greatest hug to no hug ratio in the world. The arrival section of an airport has to be the most highest density of hugs on the planet. Anyways, hey man, you do you. You guys do what you're comfortable with. I'm just saying, I'm hugging my homies.
Handshake, a little bit of a dance, and got in the car.
Don't forget the smooching. We did a little smooching too.
And then I held him hostage, but you know, that's fine. I got the money. For the luggage, that was kind of a problem because we had TBH sitting in front of the car and so did the luggage. We squeezed it in so tightly. I don't know how the car didn't just burst into a bunch of Lego pieces. I felt so bad because when I sat down to drive, I could only see TBH's little fingers sticking out from the luggage in his seat.
Wow.
This is the first Discord friend I met in real life, and I'm already messing it up. And to make matters worse, since I was a hurry to get home so TBH wouldn't suffocate and die, I started speeding. Lesson here, kids, never speed. The main problem wasn't that I was speeding.
And
it
don't
was
get a sports car.
spider decided to come up from the ceiling of the car. A spider?
In the car.
I hate spiders.
Why are there spiders in your car?
Why are there spiders in my car? My instant reaction kicked in and I took both hands off the steering wheel.
You throw the luggage at it. That's the most practical thing. Hands off the steering wheel, grab the luggage, and throw it. Flawless. 60% of the time, it works every time.
Took both hands off the steering wheel.
Oh my gosh.
And smacked the spider into the window. The win here is that the spider was dead now, but no one was driving the car. In that split second, the car went off-road and hit the rail of the side of the highway.
You serious?
I thought we were gonna die. And the whole time, TBH had no idea what
you
was going on
serious?
because he couldn't see anything. Luckily, instead of smashing into the railing, we sort of just bounced off like a bouncy ball and back onto the road. So I guess we were okay. I have no idea how we're still alive because we made it home safe. TBH, on the other hand, had no idea what really happened, and he turned out to be a really nice guy. But now I had 2 more people still flying in.
Oh no, hello.
And they were coming in together. The reason is because they were both Europeans, so they decided to fly together, which was smart. The nighttime was here, and me and TBH were hanging out, and out of nowhere, a third person just came into the room. For some reason, I recognized him right away with his teeth.
And he told me to go to the dentist straight away.
Bro. He said the same thing in the last 2 videos. Yo, homies, shout out to all of my British homies. These teeth stereotypes, I ain't vibing with them. Do not teeth shame or stereotype or whatever. I already did my detailed dental analysis of Hamination's video. All teeth are beautiful, and don't assume someone has bad teeth because of where they live. Not cool, man. Not cool.
And he told me to go to the dentist straight away.
They actually give you a whole coupon and everything.
I actually have no idea how me and Juicy interacted, but I believe he sounded like a real man when I met him. Not a butler, surprisingly. So
Wow.
You said to me, oh my God, you actually sound like a man. I was like, what do you mean?
The question is, if Juicy was here, where was Blaza? That's when I saw it. A giant figure approaching the door.
Gosh.
It was not human. It was a monster. You know how doors have these like tiny windows on the outside, like on the top and the side? Well, you could see hands just wrapping around the door. We booked it. We were out of there. I ran to the kitchen. TBH went upstairs. I don't even know where Juicy is. Okay, we're gone. I was hiding behind the counter trying to make as little noise as possible because that's also when I realized we forgot to lock the door because Juicy came in. He didn't lock the door behind him.
He's British. He never does.
True.
And as soon as that thought came into my head, I heard the door slowly creak open.
Oh no.
My heart
Who
rate
could it
started to
possibly
spike.
be?
The weird thing is, I didn't hear any noise. It was completely silent. I was dead alone in the kitchen with my friends.
I was completely alone in the kitchen with my friends. I was completely alone with my friends. I was with my friends completely by myself. Not a single soul was there, but my friends were there. Completely alone with my friends.
I thought I was about to get murdered. I peeped around the corner to see if anyone was there, but it was already too late. A chill went down my spine as I felt an overwhelming presence from behind. Standing 6 feet tall, 4 inches, was a man I've never seen before. I tried to scream, but I was so frightened I was just sitting there. And out of nowhere, this dark figure said, "Hello." I didn't recognize the voice at first, but then I did. It was Blaza, but with a deeper voice, and he was huge.
A voice you can hear properly? Yeah, that makes sense. If anyone's voice would be unrecognizable in real life, it would be the person Pretty logical. Pretty logical. There is such a weird thing, though, I will say, about when you've only heard a person's voice through a microphone and then you hear their voice is coming through a mouth. It's like it just comes out differently. You just hear things differently. I have done a similar thing where I met my internet best friend in person for the first time. This was like 10 years ago. But hearing his voice for the first time in real life was crazy. But now that I am a YouTuber and I've met so many YouTubers in real life, it's like I completely forget about it. I'm so used to hearing people in person that I've only ever heard online, and I like forget about the difference nowadays because since I've been doing YouTube for so long, I have met so many people from YouTube.
Blaza, but with a deeper voice, and he was huge.
Where the woman at?
The voice I've been hearing for so long, for years, and it was not even real. And now that I hear it in real life, his real voice, it wasn't even the same person.
I'm at your house. I've never been at your house. I've always been home.
Then who's in the other room?
I'm still in Europe. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
A sigh of relief as I'm glad I did not get murdered, and I just met one of my best online friends. Eventually, everyone came down, and everyone was just as shocked as me. Blazo was freaking out because he said my face looked real, which I think what real people look like.
It looked like high quality because I'm used to seeing you on like the screen, like 480p.
480p.
480p. Oh no.
All I can say is that it's way better meeting everyone in person, and all my online friends have been some of the coolest people I've ever met.
I had no idea we were going to get such a history lesson in that video. That was awesome. I love hearing people's like origin stories on YouTube. I love hearing how people got into it, how people met their online friends, just the way connections have made. I have so many friends that I came up with on YouTube that like people nowadays have no idea that I lived with Mess Yourself for like half a year. I was friends with Azzyland, Quebblecop. I hung out with Laserbeam. I met Jacksepticeye. There are so many like connections that have just happened over time. And I just love hearing people's stories because everyone's story is super unique and fun. And there's only one thing left to do. And we're already subscribed. Homies, if you are not subscribed to SocksStudios, there it is. There is his channel. Make sure you are subscribed. These videos take a lot of work, so make sure you're supporting the original creator. Here are all the times we have looked at SocksStudios. If you haven't seen all the other episodes, click on this playlist and you can watch whatever you missed. Or here's a different video that YouTube thinks you will like in particular. I will see you here. I will see you there. Have a great day, homie. Peace.